When I tell you the absolute craziest thing happened to me in Egypt, you're not gonna believe me. When I was in Egypt last October, I met this American guy at the hostel in Aswan, and we decided to go explore this island together at sunset. So by the time that we arrived, it was already pretty dark, and we had no idea what to do. We didn't do any research, so we just walked around, asked people if things were open, and everyone was saying that there's nothing open, there's nothing to do. So we're kind of just standing there, just wandering around, and out of nowhere this random Egyptian man comes up to us and he says, "Oh, follow me, I have a friend who showcases crocodiles." When I tell you I live for this random shit, I immediately said yes, let's go. So we followed this random Egyptian man in the dark, and we found out his name is Ahmed, and he's telling us he's a boat captain, and he's telling us about his sons, and he takes us to his friend Mohammed's house who shows us his crocodiles, and he also has an amazing antique collection. So we sit there for like 2 hours just looking at his antiques and drinking tea. And then I decided to ask him if he knew if there was a wedding going on in the village, because I was leaving the next day and I really wanted to see a Nubian wedding because I heard they're really beautiful. And he said, "Actually, yeah, there's one happening in the village tonight. I'm gonna make some calls and see if you guys can go." And so he made some calls, and we took this boat ride like 30 minutes to a different village, and it was already like 10 p.m. at this point. And once we arrived to the village, we went to the wedding venue and it was empty. So we asked people, "Okay, when does the wedding start?" And they said it starts at midnight. So we just kind of waited around for a few hours, like wondering what we should do. And then this really crazy guy comes up to us and he says, "Hello, I am Nubian." And he introduced himself as Ramadan. And he was such a funny guy. He was kind of our host for the night. And he was just introducing us to all of his friends. And he seemed really proud to be showing off his Nubian culture. And yeah, we just went to a wedding. It was amazing. I had such a great time. I felt like I was in a fairy tale. It was exactly the reason why I travel, was for these beautiful experiences where I get to truly experience a different country, a different culture, and see a wedding. Like, I never would have done that if I wouldn't have just said yes and just gone where the universe takes me.